The full moon in Capricorn, time to tap into your inner truth and unravel your life's purpose. Hello, beautiful people. Life can be a challenge, but at least we have each other. Yes, the full moon in Capricorn energy begins on July 3rd. So in the first part of this video, I'm going to go over the 3 things that everyone should know about this full moon, and then I will go over how it will affect your individual sign. Okay, no more wasting time. Let's go. This full moon in Capricorn takes place on Monday, July 3rd at 11:38 a.m. Universal Time, which will be at 4:38 a.m. if you are on Pacific Time, 7:38 a.m. if you are on Eastern Standard Time, and for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be at 9:38 p.m. if you are in Sydney, Australia, and 1:38 p.m. in Johannesburg, South Africa. So let's jump right into the 3 things you need to know in order to make the most of this energetic opening. Number 1. This full moon will bring the powerful energy of the number 3 and the magical tarot energy of the Devil card. The number 3 in numerology is the number of personal power, of self-expression and individuality. So because this full moon takes place on the 3rd, you can really harness the power of the number 3, which is reminding you that your path to fulfillment is going to be based on what works for you as an individual. Comparing yourself to anyone else or establishing your worth based on outside opinions is giving away your power. This full moon is a time for you to once and for all stop allowing the opinions of other people to affect what you know to be true about yourself. So if you find yourself seeing the number 3 often during this full moon energy, just know that it is a message to you to stay on your path and keep pushing forward. And as long as you stay true to yourself and believe in what you're capable of, you can't go wrong. Now, when we hear the words, the Devil card, the first reaction is terror, or at least a little bit of fear. But just know this card is representative of just the opposite, meaning the Devil card represents your dark side, the part of you that you know undermines your happiness. So when it's related to the full moon in Capricorn energy, specifically, it brings the message that being taken in by the material world and making that world your main focus or your only focus, that will lend to emptiness and discontent. So this tarot card is reminding you to prioritize learning your place in this world. That means knowing who you are and what roles you play in the meaningful relationships in your life. It also means finding what you have to share as an individual and understanding that that can have a positive change on the world around you. And by doing that, the material success will come. Number 2, this full moon will be forming a challenging aspect with Mercury in Cancer, a positive aspect with Jupiter in Taurus, and a positive aspect with Saturn in Pisces. The relationship the full moon will be forming with Mercury, the planet of communication and learning, can lead to overanalyzing things one moment and then being intensely emotional the next. So the best way to counterbalance this energy is to ground yourself in what you can prove to be true. If you find yourself playing the what if game or analyzing situations in an attempt to identify what is wrong with something, shift that focus to identifying the facts of a situation and then making your decisions based on those facts. If challenges do come up, ask yourself, what is the best solution based on the information that I have? This way you won't be distracted by emotionally influenced narratives or speculation. And the moon's relationship with Jupiter, the planet of good luck, expansion, growth, and prosperity, will lend to emotional growth, self-understanding, and a deepening of personal relationships. So this is an incredible energy when it comes to counterbalancing any drama from the moon and Mercury aspect. So as long as you use the tools discussed when dealing with that moon and Mercury situation, this full moon can bring a major opening for a deeper understanding of yourself and the relationships in your life. And the moon's relationship with Saturn, the planet of responsibility and life lessons, will actually increase your ability to be patient, to be responsible, and to be self-disciplined. So these are all characteristics that are actually associated with Capricorn energy. So this full moon in Capricorn can be a major shift in terms of you identifying your priorities and the changes that need to be made to honor those priorities, and then have the discipline to take action, and consistent action, which is the true key to bringing things into reality. If you're enjoying this information and you would like to support me and my channel, please consider becoming a member. I will put a link in a pinned comment. Number 3. This full moon in Capricorn will be working with the sun in Cancer to uncover your true essence at its core. The sun in Cancer will tap into your root frequency in terms of what matters most to you, and the full moon in Capricorn will bring direction and clarity in terms of the most productive way to focus your energy. This is a true opportunity to define your purpose and establish how you will show up in this world each day. Now, if you want to check out the full moon ritual that will assist you in tapping into this power and optimizing its effects, I have a video taking you through those steps that you can check out on my Instagram page, and I'll make sure to put a link to that video in a pinned comment. Now, the effects of this full moon will be especially strong emotionally, with major possibilities for positive change for those of you that have a moon sign in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And it will also be positive for those of you that have a moon sign in Scorpio or Pisces. And it will be a positive opportunity for growth and change, but it may cause some serious emotional waves and potential challenges in your relationships if your moon sign is in Cancer. And it will be a balancing energy with major transformative properties for those of you with a moon sign in Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aquarius. And it will have the potential for positive change, but it will also bring up some possible conflict, especially in your romantic relationships for those of you with a moon sign in Aries or Libra. Now let's jump right into what this full moon will mean for your individual sign. Okay, my powerful Aries, this full moon energy will be in your 10th house. So Aries, as I was saying in the beginning of this video, this full moon in Capricorn is an opportunity to connect to your purpose. And because this full moon energy is bringing focus to your 10th house, for you, it is a time where you can truly find your connection to discovering the link between the authentic you in terms of what you love, what brings you happiness, what you naturally gravitate towards in terms of what you're good at, and how you can take all of those things and discover how you can translate that into what it is you do for a living. Deciding what to do professionally is such a huge decision, because if you find a job that pays well, then you could really establish a life for yourself where you have the freedom to do what you want to do, not only when it comes to getting the things that you want, but also when it comes to being able to help others. And also finding a job that you actually enjoy will add to your overall well-being, because we spend such a big part of our lives working. So during this full moon, if you take some time to yourself and really ask yourself what it is you would truly love to do, then there's a very high likelihood that you're going to find that answer. And answering that question can be a life-changing experience. Now, if you're in a job where you are already doing what you love, congratulations. You can still use the power of this full moon to explore how you can expand on this and how you can improve your skill set, or how you can go about attracting more abundance and also more opportunities in that area. The 10th house is connected to how the public sees you, so this is also a time where you can really discover how to increase your social media following if that's something that interests you. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, if you're in a job that you're unhappy with, then this is very possible that during this full moon energy, all of the things that you do not like about this job will really be amplified. So be prepared for that, but just know that this is the universe's way of helping you make a major change. I always tell my clients that your relationship with your profession is like any other relationship. If you are unhappy and unfulfilled, and you have done everything in terms of communicating your needs and doing your part to improve the situation, and it is still going nowhere fast, then it is your responsibility to love yourself enough to release that relationship so you can make room for something new. And change can be very scary. However, if you make the choice to change your situation, then you will be letting the universe know that you love yourself enough to do what is in your soul's best interest, and the universe will respond by putting the people and the opportunities in your path to begin manifesting a better situation. So overall, Aries, this is your opportunity to amplify and expand on a good situation if you're already in a profession that you genuinely love, or it's an opportunity to end and then transcend a bad situation. But just know both scenarios result in fulfillment and happiness for you, so embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Aries. Okay, my powerful Taurus, this full moon in Capricorn is going to be in your 9th house. So Taurus, you are really in luck with this full moon energy. Not only is this an excellent time for emotional expansion and good fortune, because Jupiter is conjunct your Taurus energy and trine this full moon in Capricorn, and the full moon is trine your Taurus energy, which is extremely positive all the way around. Not only that, but the theme of this full moon is finding your purpose. So this is such a great opportunity for you to truly define what is meaningful to you. As a Taurus, you process the world in a very practical way, which in many ways can be beneficial. And when I say practical, as an earth sign, you deal in facts and embrace the rules of the material world, which is great. However, you can at times allow the material world to override your spiritual knowing. And by this, I mean you can sometimes view your life based on milestones or accomplishments accomplishments. Meaning you think to yourself, okay, by this age, you should have certain things accomplished. And if you are not measuring up in your own eyes by reaching those goals at those time periods, you can get down on yourself, which is understandable but not productive. I'm an earth sign as well, and I understand goals and checkpoints in life. However, you have to make sure that those checkpoints are based on knowing yourself and knowing what brings you fulfillment and joy, not by society's standards or what someone else thinks about what you should be doing. Measure your life based on what truly resonates with you. So if you allow it to, this full moon will give you the opportunity to release the grip that self-judgment has on you, and you can redefine what your goals are and make sure that they are rooted in what is right for you, what is the most loving thing for you to do for yourself. Find out what feeds your overall health and well-being, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And the first step will be releasing any regret or any judgment that you have for yourself based on past experiences or based on not measuring up to a certain timeline. The past is best processed as a series of valuable lessons, not focusing on things that you see as mistakes and not focusing on the emotions that are brought on by painful memories, but instead focusing on those valuable lessons as opportunities for growth, which have led you to where you are today, giving you the necessary information to now make the choices in your life that put you in the space of living the most enjoyable life that you can possibly live. So if you find yourself during this full moon asking yourself, what do you believe? Why do you believe it? If you find yourself asking yourself these questions, good, because embracing the answers during a time where the alignment of this full moon is in such a positive and productive place for you, this can seriously lead to a life-changing time period. So use this opportunity, Taurus, to challenge yourself, to do some exciting soul searching and ask yourself those hard questions and answer them, and allow this full moon to be the catalyst to you stepping into a life where you are genuinely happy. It is absolutely what you deserve, so embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Taurus. Okay, my powerful Geminis, this full moon is going to be in your 8th house. So Gemini, this is going to be an intense one for you. The 8th house is not a lighthearted energy, and this does not at all mean that anything negative is going to happen, but it does mean major endings for you. But these endings are in order to make way for the incredible new beginnings that will be coming your way when the new moon in Cancer comes along on July 17th. So when I say major endings, this means that the energy of this full moon will bring to the forefront the areas of your life that you are most dissatisfied with, in order to increase the likelihood that you will bring your focus to these areas and make the necessary changes that will allow you to transform these areas in your life in a way where they no longer bring the frustration or the dissatisfaction that they are bringing currently, and instead they can be a source of support and even fulfillment. Now, this may mean letting go of certain relationships or ways of thinking in order to make space for the relationships and perspectives that are most productive for you. And being that this energy is in your 8th house, this could be rooted in the connection that you may have with a certain relationship, and then how money relates to that relationship. So if you are in a relationship and the way the two of you handle finances has been a source of stress for you, this would be the time to look at that situation and then determine the necessary changes to improve the situation. Also, because this full moon is rooted in finding your purpose, you may find that changing the dynamic that you have with someone where you have joint finances, that will result in you being more clear on what your purpose is. And it will also result in you knowing the best way to go about living that purpose. So Gemini, when any intense feelings come up or challenging circumstances come up during this time in your personal relationships, or this could even manifest in the relationship that you have with yourself, when you are experiencing intense emotions or challenges, make sure you look at the root of the situation in terms of the balance of give and take. If it's you and a significant other, or even a relationship of another dynamic, ask yourself, are you giving as much as you are receiving, and vice versa? Are you receiving as much as you are giving? And if it's the relationship with yourself, ask yourself, are you balancing the amount of love and care that you give to yourself with the amount of energy that you output, either to people or to things that may feel good in the moment but aren't necessarily that great for you? Restructuring your life in whatever way necessary to achieve this balance is not only going to assist you when it comes to stepping into a life that is filled with purpose, but it will also result in a momentum of more success and more fulfillment, because you will be operating from a place of truly loving yourself, because you will be making choices that are in your soul's best interest. So keep this in mind during this full moon, Gemini, that balance is the key, and you will come out on the other side of this full moon energy with a clear perspective of who you are at this point in your life and the best way to make the most of every moment. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Geminis. Okay, my powerful Cancerians, this full moon is going to be in your 7th house. So during your season, which is all about stepping into a renewed sense of self and discovering who you are and what you truly want at this point in your life, while making sure to embrace and be prepared for all of the opportunities that will be coming your way. While all of that is going on, this full moon will be coming along to remind you that part of being whole as an individual is making sure that you don't forget to share. Share your gifts, share your compassion, your love, your protective nature, and even your time with those that will benefit most. Don't be surprised if during this 7th house full moon that a situation comes up with a relationship in your life where there's an issue that will have you questioning certain things about yourself and about life. Just know that this situation is an opportunity to make choices for yourself based on who you are now in your life. Since it is your season, this is really all about making sure that you have learned from the lessons of your past. And it's also all about making sure that you know who you are and what works for you and what is good for you. That you know when to let certain things or relationships go. And when I say relationships, it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship with someone else. This could very well mean that this is a time to redefine the relationship that you have with your past or the relationship you have with your future. For example, let's take the past on for a second. What you believe about your past and how it has affected you is going to play a part in what you believe about yourself currently. If you believe that your past still has any power over you, if you believe it still affects you, then that will play out in what it is you attract to yourself and what you manifest. If you know you've learned from your past and that you've grown from your past experiences, but you make the choice that it no longer has any power over you or any influence, then you are capable of manifesting your desires into reality without any narratives about the past playing a part in that equation. That is when you truly step into the authentic you, because the authentic you is who you are without any narrative connected to the past or without a narrative connected to the future. It's who you are right now in this moment, where you can say, although you have been through certain things, you have no fear or insecurity as a result of those experiences. You only have proof of your strength, and you have more knowledge of how to navigate any situation. And this is where your manifesting power will really soar, because as you know, manifesting comes from feeling the desire of what you want, then feeling what it's like as though it is already taking place in the present moment, and then believing that that reality is 100% possible. Now, what undermines that is when the voice of fear or doubt comes in and starts to change how you feel, which diminishes the strength of that knowing. And the voice of fear or doubt is always either rooted in the past, when you think of a past situation and you start to feel the emotion connected to that, which changes your overall energy, or the fear of the future, when you play the what if game. What if I'm not good enough? Or what if I'm making the wrong decisions? Or what if I'm not doing enough? So this full moon in Capricorn is giving you the opportunity to change the relationship that you have with the past and with the future, where you know reality only exists in the now. That is where your power is, Cancers, and that is where the new you of your season will find your strength. So whether it be a relationship that you're in, a relationship with a certain narrative about who you have been, or a relationship with a certain narrative about who you are going to be, this full moon is all about who you are right now. Define that and release anything and everything that isn't that. Doing this will result in you truly tapping into your ability to manifest exactly what you envision for yourself. So embrace this energetic opening. I hope you're having a great Cancer season, and happy full moon. Okay, my powerful Leos, this full moon for you is going to be in your 6th house. So Leos, because the theme for this Capricorn moon is rooted in connecting to your purpose and it is transiting your 6th house, don't be surprised if you have some major changes come up in terms of what it is that you do every day to earn a living. Now, this could mean that a job that you had is coming to an end, or it could also mean that a job that you were waiting on in terms of getting an answer about if it will happen or not happen, you will finally get some clarity in terms of, is this something that will become a part of your life for a while or not, or if it's something that you should let go. But no matter how this manifests, this full moon in Capricorn will bring about the circumstances for you to have a clear vision about what it is that you want, Leo, and how you can go about getting it. Now, the good news is by the end of this full moon energy, you will feel a strong sense of peace when it comes to what it is you do for a living, and a strong sense of confidence in terms of knowing that this will result in an uptick in financial abundance, which is always a good thing. So any issue that comes up for you connected to your career, Leo, look at it as information in terms of what it is that works for you and what doesn't work for you, what brings you fulfillment and what brings you frustration. And just know that identifying what does work for you and then planting the seeds to attract more of that, that's going to be exactly the step to take to start manifesting a life where you are doing exactly what you want to be doing each day when it comes to how you earn money. Now, the 6th house is also the house of health. So if you find yourself worrying about your health during this time, don't. Worrying is a wasted emotion. If there is something that you want to look into or have checked out, of course, have it checked out. But don't spend any time on what ifs. Instead, take the necessary steps to get the necessary information and then make your decisions based on the factual findings that you receive. Now, this will assist you in not spending any time on speculation, and it will also save you from any stress, which we know can have a negative effect. So look at this Capricorn moon transit as an opportunity to make major changes when it comes to your professional world and also when it comes to your health regimen. Know that so much of your energetic balance is going to be a result of your daily routines that aren't connected to work, but connected to your health and your well-being. So whether it be a meal plan for each day or a workout plan or a meditation practice or all of the above, this is the time of year, Leo, where we are halfway through 2023, where you are meant to take a look at your life and identify what you want to transform, what you want to release, and what you want to build upon. And then implement whatever changes necessary. This way you can work towards your season, which will put you in the perfect position mentally, physically, and spiritually to really optimize your fulfillment and your happiness moving forward throughout the remainder of 2023 and into 2024. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Leos. Okay, my powerful Virgos, this full moon in Capricorn will be in your 5th house. So Virgos, this is going to be an extremely liberating and eye-opening time for you that will also be an uplifting experience. Full moons are always an intense time, but intensely good or bad is the question. And for you, this is highly likely that it's going to be an intensely good experience because the 5th house is really connected to your inner child and your relationships and your creativity and overall pleasure. And the full moon in Capricorn is connected to finding your purpose. So don't be surprised if you have some experiences or an experience, or if you start seeing some signs or having relationship realizations that all reflect back to what you truly enjoy in life, meaning what really brings you fulfillment, Virgo. Not what is most practical in terms of what's the smartest choice to make and what will bring you the most money and stability. And don't get me wrong, those things are great in many ways and it's very necessary to look at those things. But the truth is those things will come as a byproduct of you putting your energy into what truly inspires you, what really interests you, and what sparks your excitement in this life. This is the question that can be answered during this full moon. And by answering that question, you will find that the choices that you can make from this point on will be grounded in truth and a connection to who you genuinely are. This way you can begin to forge a path for yourself that does result in the financial stability and the freedom and the security that you desire, but that also results in the fulfillment and the enjoyment that you also have every right to experience. Now, if up until this point in your life you have been putting your life on hold, saying, well, I'll do that when I have enough money, or I can enjoy that other experience once I meet my career goals. If you've been doing that, now you can make the necessary shifts to have those experiences that you know you desire while also going after your career goals. The two things can be done at once. And I know as a Virgo, you might be on the other side of this screen saying, well, if the experience I want costs a certain amount of money, Sean, then how am I going to have that experience if I don't have the money yet? And you're right. I'm not saying that any of us can live a life in fantasy land where if we just make the choice, we can do whatever we want, whenever we want. But I am saying that life doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can go after your dreams or your career goals while making sure that you are allowing yourself to experience life. Those two things can exist together. So use this full moon energy to tap into your inner child and remind yourself of the things that you love to do, that make you light up, that bring a smile to your face, that bring you fulfillment and true enjoyment, and make sure that in the midst of this life that we are all living, that can be very stressful and that can require a lot of your time and focus in order to achieve your goals. In the midst of navigating all of that, make sure that you also take the time to live and enjoy the life that you have. This will serve to not only bring more moments of enjoyment, but it will also give you an opportunity to recharge and create a balance in your life that will also improve your health and your overall well-being and your quality of life, which is so important. So whatever comes up for you during this full moon energy, Virgo, just know it is an opportunity to rediscover or even discover for the first time what truly brings you happiness. And make sure to begin to prioritize that activity to implement that into the overall vision you have for yourself. It will only serve to elevate your life situation and experience. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Virgo. Okay, my powerful Libras, this full moon will be in your 4th house. So Libra, this full moon energy is going to provide some serious recharging energy for you. As a Libra, you are extremely influenced by your surroundings in terms of your living environment, but you are also extremely affected in terms of how peaceful or how chaotic the energy is of those that are closest to you. And because of this full moon transiting your 4th house, don't be surprised if a situation comes up for you to be able to address a relationship with a family member. And just know this doesn't have to be some sort of conflict. It could very well be that there is a family member that you are concerned about, or that you have a connection with that needs healing in some way. And this full moon energy will bring you the opportunity for you to achieve a resolution with this relationship, which could manifest in the form of a connecting conversation, or in the form of you finding a new perspective on the situation that could bring a more optimistic and peaceful perspective for you regarding this person. Keep in mind that the full moon in Capricorn is also a time that's all about finding your purpose. So this could be a fantastic situation for you to take some time to yourself in your home space, quiet your mind, and do a few meditation sessions where before your session you set the intention of discovering your true purpose. And you might be thinking, meditation sessions in terms of it being plural, doesn't the full moon occur on just one day? And the answer is yes, it does occur on just one day, July 3rd. However, the energy of the full moon will continue to have an effect, offering up an opportunity to tap into its influence each day until the new moon comes around. So you could really benefit from engaging in a meditation practice anytime between July 3rd and July 17th. And also keep in mind, Libra, that purpose does not always have to be connected to profession. It really is about finding the way in which you as an individual can enjoy your life while sharing your light with those around you. Now, if you are feeling a bit depleted leading up to the full moon, or just unmotivated, don't fear. You are not stepping into a phase of low energy or sadness. This feeling is really just an indicator that you may need to overall recharge your energetic battery. And with this 4th house transit, the best way for you to do so is to make sure that your home space serves as a supportive energy for you, making sure it is a place where you feel safe, where you feel free, and where you also feel like the energy can openly flow. If you have a home that's cluttered or disorganized in any way, make sure to take the time to declutter and organize, because you may not realize it, but you are the sign of balance. And if your home space is an energy of imbalance, it can have a very detrimental effect on your motivation, on your emotional disposition, and even on your mental perspective. So overall, Libra, this full moon is going to be an excellent opportunity for you to tend to any necessary family issues, for you to take on any tasks in your home space, and for you to give yourself the energy that you need to recharge and prepare for the second half of this year. That way you can step into the new moon energy on the 17th, feeling optimistic, feeling motivated, and having a consistent sense of inner peace. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Libras. Okay, my powerful Scorpios, this full moon for you is going to be in your 3rd house. So Scorpio, this is going to be an excellent opportunity for you to expand your capability to communicate when it's most difficult. Now, Don't get me wrong, you have no problem clearly and effectively expressing yourself when it comes to sharing information that you have learned, and you also have no problem expressing your opinion to someone that you feel really close to and that you trust. However, when it comes to expressing your fears or expressing a thought that will put you in any sort of position of vulnerability, it is quite possible that you might have a bit of a difficult time. So don't be surprised if during this full moon energy a situation comes up where you have an opportunity to express information that could be helpful, but you are a bit hesitant because you feel like it might be received the wrong way, or you feel like it will reveal something about you that you might not be ready to reveal. Just know that if a situation like this does come up, it is an opportunity for you. An opportunity to know that as long as you are expressing what you believe to be true with the intention of sharing information that may be helpful in some way, then the more freedom you will have as an individual and the more connection you will be able to build with those around you, because they will feel closer to you due to the fact that you are letting them in to experience the inner you. Now, I can respect discernment for sure, because there are some situations where something does not concern certain people, so there's no need to just put everything out there on the table. However, if you are being asked for your perspective, or if you are being asked for certain information, or if you know you have certain information that can be useful to someone else, then you may find that by expressing yourself in those scenarios, the result can be very positive. Now, this will also be a great time for you to address any issues that you may have been having in any personal relationships, because a third house transit during a full moon amplifies your ability to really express yourself effectively and find the right words at the right time. Also, the theme of this full moon is finding your purpose. So you may find that by talking to someone about what it is that you truly want out of life, or some creative ideas that you might have, by sharing those, you may find that by having these conversations and networking in this way, the result could be more clarity in what your purpose actually is. And also the result may be an opening of some sort in terms of new doors of opportunity for you to walk through, which is always exciting. So overall, Scorpios, this full moon energy is going to be very positive for you. And if you embrace the opportunities for expression that it brings your way, you will find that you will be setting yourself up to have a very exciting foundation and boost in momentum for the remainder of 2023. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Scorpios. Okay, my powerful Sagittarians, this full moon for you is going to be in your second house, which is very exciting for you, Sagittarius, because for the first time in a long time, you're going to have some momentum coming your way when it comes to your financial abundance. Now, this doesn't mean to go and play the lottery during this full moon energy, because it isn't an indication of money just falling in your lap. But it does mean that during this time, you will find that you are putting more of your focus on the material world, on how you make money and what your goals are in this area. And because you will be putting more focus there, and this is in your second house, and due to the fact that the theme for this Capricorn moon is finding your purpose, don't be surprised if during this full moon energy, which means anytime from July 3rd to July 17th, don't be surprised if you find yourself being connected to opportunities that really give you a chance to begin attracting more financial abundance your way. Now, this could be a new job, which is a more straightforward version of this. This could also be a new investment opportunity. This could be meeting someone that might want to partner up in some way where there's money to be made. And it could also be a situation where you're being asked to establish your worth. And by this, I mean either with a job that you already have, it could be an opportunity to ask for a raise with a positive outcome for you, or you may find that you no longer are satisfied with the money that you make at your current job and you look for a new, better paying job. And as a result of that, you find that what you're looking for is very quick to manifest in your life. Now, this could also be something not related to work at all, in terms of if there is a relationship where you feel undervalued and you finally decide to put your foot down and either create the necessary boundaries to influence a more balanced connection, or you decide to have the necessary conversations to establish a more balanced connection. Either way, taking action in this relationship, it will be showing the universe that you know your worth. And this will also result in a shift in your relationship with the material world and your manifesting power, because you'll start manifesting a reflection of what you truly believe you are worthy of. Overall, Sagittarius, just know that this full moon is bringing the opportunity, or maybe even more than one opportunity, for you to really make a major change when it comes to your world of finances and material success. And this is all to expand your capacity capacity for abundance. Now, even if you find that a challenging situation comes up during this time, an unexpected bill might be due or something falling through that you were excited about and it just might not work out, just know that this is an opportunity for you to connect to your certainty. Connect to that inner knowing that you will attract what it is you're looking for. So this way you won't let a momentary setback get you down or undermine the belief that you have in yourself. This full moon energy is absolutely a time for change, Sagittarius, and positive change. So tap into your excitement for this phase of financial clarity, your excitement for growth, and even a broader understanding for what it is that you have to offer and the value in that. This way you can step into the second half of this year with a strong momentum financially and when it comes to how you truly feel about yourself and your life situation. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Sagittarius. Okay, my powerful Capricorns, this full moon is going to be in your first house, and it will also be a very welcomed energy. More than likely, you have found that Cancer season so far is a bit of a challenging time because it is the polar opposite energy to your Capricorn energy. So if you watched my Cancer season video or if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that this means that your Capricorn energy is greatly diminished during this time. So more than likely, you have been feeling a bit off balance. Well, this full moon is going to be a nice boost to that Capricorn energy of yours. So this is going to be a very positive full moon transit for you. Now, although it will be very positive, it may also be very emotional for you in the way that whatever you are feeling, it is likely that you're going to be feeling it to much more of an extreme level than usual. Now, because this will be in your first house, yes, this full moon energy will be all about you, Capricorn. Cancer season is a 4-week period that brings your overall energy to your 7th house, which results in you spending a lot of this time tending to the relationships in your life. Well, this first house, full moon energy, is the time for you to tend to the relationship that you have with yourself. So whatever comes up for you during this time, know that it is a window into what is good for you and what is not. Whether challenges arise or whether new opportunities arise, this full moon energy is all about asking yourself, what is the vision that you have for yourself and how can these challenging circumstances bring you more insight into how you're going to bring this vision into reality. And when it comes to new opportunities, also ask yourself, how do these new opportunities relate to the vision that you have for yourself? The theme of this full moon is finding your purpose, and you are midway through the year at this point. So this is the time for you to look at your life situation right now and the experiences that you've had in your life up to 2023, up until this point, and then assess the situation. What relationships are thriving and rooted in a strong flow of give and take, and what relationships are out of balance and need to be addressed or released. What perspectives and daily practices or habits do you have in your life right now that work for you, and which ones undermine your manifesting power and also need to be let go. Now, if there was ever a time of your Capricorns where it is crucial to make changes, this is the time. And the reason why it is so crucial is because this is the time where the changes can be most effective. By making these changes now, you can really set a strong foundation for yourself moving forward when it comes to not only getting a clearer picture of who you are and what you want, but then also setting in place the supportive mindset, relationships, and daily practices that are going to manifest your vision into reality and have you working at optimum power from now through the end of 2023. So overall, Capricorns, this is a time to connect to your purpose, to release all things that do not support this purpose, and to continue forward actualizing to the best version of yourself. Now is the time for clarity, Capricorns. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon. Okay, my powerful Aquarians, this full moon will be in your 12th house. So Aquarius, this is going to be an intense full moon energy for you and a very revealing full moon energy for you. So don't be surprised if you get the urge to spend more time alone than usual. And this doesn't mean that you are becoming antisocial. It just means that this time period is more about exploring the inner you as opposed to the connection that you have in terms of communication with the people around you. This full moon will also boost your intuition. This is why I say that this full moon may be very revealing for you. So don't be surprised if your dreams are more vivid during this time, or if you start to see certain numbers more consistently, especially the number 3. And by the way, if you're seeing the number 3 often, make sure that you watch the beginning portion of this video, the 3 things that everyone needs to know portion, where I go over what seeing that number 3 means. It could be a great idea to also keep a dream journal during this time, Aquarius. This way, if you have consistently vivid dreams, maybe even with a consistent theme or similar themes in each dream, you can wake up write down a brief synopsis of what you remember, and as the full moon energy continues from July 3rd to July 17th, you may be able to uncover some information in terms of what these dreams may be trying to tell you. Also, Aquarius, don't be surprised if some secret is revealed during this full moon energy, either about a friend or someone else that you're in a close relationship with, or the secret could even be one that you are holding. Either way, the secret more than likely will be coming to the surface, and it can play a part in deepening the connection of the relationship that is at hand, or it could serve to reveal that the relationship may not stand the test of time and could result in the ending of that relationship. But just know, whatever the outcome, this is all in your soul's best interest, because this next full moon will be in Aquarius, which will be in your first house, and it will be very important to go into this next phase and the remainder of the year no longer carrying around any unresolved energy or being in any relationships that do not play a positive role in your life at this time. Not to mention, after Cancer season, we have Leo season, which is going to be in your 7th house, the house of relationships. So if any new information is revealed during this 12th house full moon transit, it will only serve to bring more awareness and clarity to all areas of your life, including relationships. So Aquarius, make sure to embrace whatever you are feeling in terms of an inclination to spend a little bit of your time alone, to reboot, allow yourself to reflect and recharge, which can also help to reveal any necessary information that can help inform your decisions as you move forward. And remember to really trust your intuition during this time. And also, above all else, honor your truth, Aquarius. This 12th house could very well be assisting you in revealing your purpose and how you can live that purpose each day moving forward throughout the remainder of 2023. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Aquarius. Okay, my powerful Pisces, this full moon is going to be in your 11th house. So there are two major things that are likely to take place during this full moon, Pisces. The first is if there is a friendship or even a business relationship that has been a struggle or a source of stress, this is highly likely to come to the point where either a resolution will be reached or the relationship may come to an end. So just know that if there is a relationship in your life that fits this description, this full moon in Capricorn is an excellent time to address the issue, because at least you will know that it's going to result in clarity and closure, whether that means a deeper connection or the ending of the connection. But the important thing is you will have done your part by taking personal responsibility and then communicating for clarity with a solution as the priority. And then whatever the outcome moving forward, you will be able to step into the new moon in Cancer and then the remainder of 2023, no longer carrying around any heaviness that may have been associated with this area of your life. Now, when it comes to your friendships and your social circle, don't be surprised if you also feel a stronger need for connection during this time. Embrace this and enjoy the time spent with the people in your life, but be aware that you may be a bit more sensitive than usual. So as long as you have self-awareness at the forefront of your consciousness, you won't give into any reactive behavior. And as a result, you can enjoy the energy brought to this area of your life instead of dealing with conflicts that could come up from being reactive. Now, the second major thing this full moon in Capricorn is related to is finding your purpose. And the 11th house is all about dreams coming true. So you are in a wonderful and unique situation here, Pisces, where if you give this the necessary energy, you can really have a major breakthrough in clarity in terms of what you believe your purpose to be at this point in your life. So make sure to spend some time with yourself during this full moon energy, which will be from July 3rd to July 17th, quieting your mind and silencing the mental noise. So that way you can ask yourself, what do you feel like your purpose truly is? What interests you? Where do you find fulfillment? And then after answering those questions, you can take that information and begin to live a life where you are pursuing your personal goals as you manifest the vision that you have for yourself into reality, but you're also making sure to enjoy every step of the process. Life is challenging, absolutely, and every moment isn't going to be easy, but you can experience every moment with a sense of peace and fulfillment that will not only make the hard times less painful, but you can also find the appreciation for the struggles and the lessons that they bring. Not to mention, when you are making choices along the way that align with your purpose, you are much less likely to create the struggles that relate to being on the wrong path. So at least you know whatever comes your way will be in your soul's best interest. So overall, Pisces, this full moon in Capricorn will be a time to restructure and reconnect when it comes to your friends and social circles. And it will also be a time of major clarity and excitement when it comes to your life's purpose and your journey on the path of bringing your personal vision to light, resulting in a strong momentum and optimistic outlook moving forward into the remainder of 2023. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Pisces. Okay, so there you have it. The top 3 things you need to know about this full moon in Capricorn, along with some insight into how your sign can make the most of this full moon energy. I hope you all enjoyed the information. If you did, please don't forget the baby tap. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. If you haven't joined the channel and you would like to support me and have access to membership perks, please consider checking that out as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.